Alright. Timestamp. It is February 6th, 2026. A few minutes after 3 a.m. If you go outside, you're going alone. It's currently 37 degrees out. Um, which means it's probably 50 in here. It's brisk. I'm real tempted to turn the heater on, but I'm also terrified that I'll wind up with a mushroom cloud outside because of my dad's manipulations. We'll put it nicely. Alright. I'm going to let you out, but I'm not going with you. Tanner. Tanner. Go on. Not going with you. Look at how upset he is. I'm not going with you. Go pee. The barking's about to start at that. Oh, trying to get through. Tanner is sleeping over there and quite content with not doing what Acorn wants to do. I think. He just stood up and looked at me. I don't know. I've been up for a couple hours now. I woke up, actually about 3 hours. I got up like midnight-ish. I laid down around 6, so I guess I was down for about 6 hours. Woke up to Horror of Fang Rock. Some good Fourth Doctor and Leela action. Robots of Death is on currently. Playing the hits, man. You got Tom Baker and Leela going on. I'm there. But it's weird because they've been on Tom Baker for, which I'm down with. I'm fine with it. For like 5 days now, which is really weird for the Roku programming and all that. And I have seen the same episode 2 and 3 times. Like Stones of Blood has been on at least twice. City of Death has been on at least twice. Leisure Hive has been on at least twice. I mean, they're replaying stuff, which, okay, you know, it's a classic Doctor Who channel. But if you've had Tom Baker on for 5 days, you could actually mostly do the entire library, I think. I was working the math out on this the other day, and you could probably do his entire library in like 5 or 6 days, because he was the Doctor for 7 years. He's got the most episodes out there, you know. I think. Comparing to some of the modern Doctors, they had longer seasons. Some of them. Oh, I'd have to see the math on that. But, I mean, the classic Roku Doctor Who, they don't play... They stop at Sylvester McCoy, 7. Sadly, I haven't even seen them play the Paul McGann movie, which I have yet to actually see in its entirety, believe it or not. I've seen parts of it, bits and scenes and stuff, but I've never actually seen the whole... Because for Doctor Number 8, they kind of tried a comeback of sorts, and they did like a 2-hour movie with the new Doctor, Paul McGann, who looks good, and everything that I've seen, I'm like, oh, I think I'd like him. But that's the only thing that he's done, except they brought him back in some of the more modern stuff for like multi-Doctor stuff, which is cool, that they didn't forget about the guy. Because they were trying to kick off Doctor Who again, and it just didn't work. Which, you know, damn. You know, not until Chris Eccleston, and then off and running. Anyway, that was free. Health check. I woke up a little panicked again. A little, like, out of sorts. But I know my dreams have been weird. So... I've been fighting my own version of depression honestly, since my mom's birthday, January 7th. Um, Here's the thing. My mom and I cared about each other and also had a few disagreements over the years. Um, but with the exception of 27 to 24 years ago, where I went radio silent with my parents for about 3 years. On her birthday, I either would call or show up. Either an in-person or at least a phone call, a happy birthday. And yes, I've been yelling into the void here at some of the things that I'm discovering that my mom has done, you know. So I'm ranting into the air, but I was not able to call my mom on her birthday this year. And the realization of that, full disclosure, it hit me like a brick. It hit me like a brick. So, the past 3 years have been an interesting version of hell, but I'm trying to work through it. But January 7th was kind of an extra punch to the face. That scene in the movie where the good guy is like, duct taped to the chair and people are beating on him trying to get information. That's the way the past 3 years have felt for me. And that was just January 7th was a well-aimed punch to the nose. Because after a while you kind of get numb to it, but then sometimes somebody lands a punch and it's like, okay, that one rang my bell a little bit, That one rang my bell a little. I'm attempting to get myself out of it. Because I've got friends around me that are like, you're allowed to grieve, you're allowed to have your issues. And I get it, but then I feel guilty about not being at 100, Weird. Hey, Capricorn, Taurus, I'm supposed to be in the trenches getting stuff done. And I follow my adage. That's laundry. See, I've been productive. My adage is I work hard to play hard. The idea that I work hard to earn the right to play hard. And I haven't been working as hard as I should. And then, now I have guilt. Still getting stuff done. I'm getting at least my one brick done. I mean, most days. There are some days where no bricks. Nope. No bricks. But there are some days that 2 bricks happen. And I'm really in peak form. I'm a 2 to 3 brick guy consistently. You can ask any of my ex-bosses. It's one of the kindest, I think most accurate things that my boss from the tree, Barbara, said about me. And I worked for her for, you add it all up, about 5 years, so I think she knows me pretty well. She said, I don't typically give you projects if I need them done quickly, like faster than a normal job should take. I don't typically give you those assignments, but I will always give you the assignments that I want perfect and thorough. Because you'll get those done on time. paraphrasing. She said, you'll get them done on time, and they will be 3 times as good as if I'd put somebody else on it, as far as the precision. So, I am good at getting things done. Am I fast? No, but, I'm a completionist. I don't do speed runs, I'm a completionist. But lately, since January 7th, really, because that knocked me on my ass. And I am still getting stuff done. I'm not lying to the camera. I am still getting stuff done. But down deep inside, I know I haven't been getting as much done as I could. But I'm starting to kind of wipe the blood off my face and get back in it, Parents, please don't do this to your kids. I cannot stress enough how much this is not okay. Do not do this to your kids. Do not hide medical or mental issues from your children if they're trying to help. Do not push them away. And don't accuse them of stealing if they didn't steal. That hurt me. But yeah, I'm starting to get it back together again, which is good because I need to, because I don't want to spend 5 or 8 years going through their shit. I want to get this done, because I'm paying a debt that I didn't owe, and I'd rather not extend that longer if I can avoid it. If you know me, you know me on that one. I did the job, and then I get paid. So, doing one of the new mugs. Before there was Vin Diesel and Paul Walker. This is the Fast and the Furriest. Or the Furriest? Furriest. Not looking at it. So. Fast and Furious. 1949. Was this their first one? Yeah, Roadrunner's first run-in with Wile E. Coyote. Who goes hungry after his 11 attempts to catch dinner backfire. Yeah, this apparently was made. I saw a short on the Tube of You. This was made as not really a cash grab, but the Looney Tunes guys were kind of making fun of low content cartoons. Because there's not much of a story here. It's just, Coyote trying to catch Roadrunner. They were kind of making fun of the shallowness of some cartoons out there. This is what the short said, and it sounds like maybe it could be true. So it was just kind of a joke at the industry itself, and it hit. People really liked it, and they went, oh crap, okay. So we got more Coyote and Roadrunner videos after that, cartoons, which I'm all for that. Now, coffee-wise, this is the Harry and David Butterscotch Caramel, which I think I really, really liked. And I say that because I just found 3 bags, but I know that 3 sealed bags, but I know that I haven't made this in months or maybe even a year. No, they've been in there, or in my coffee supplies for a while, unopened. So, and I think the only reason I would have 3 bags is because it rings that I like this one a lot. The past few years have been pretty stressful, so there are some things that I should probably remember that I don't. I'm hoping it's not, dementia. So, I'm going to drink from my cup. Yeah, there's a reason I have 3 bags of that. Butterscotch caramel. Yeah, I remember there were a few flavors of theirs that I tried over the past like 3, 5 years. That I think pumpkin pecan is one of the other ones. That it wasn't necessarily a flavor combination that I would look at and go, that's going to be a favorite coffee of mine. And it turned out that I really, really liked it when I brewed some and went, holy cats, that's really good, you know. And I think that was one of those ones. Yeah, that's really damn good. You may continue. I think I have to let a dog in. Janus! Hey, Acorn, what's going on, buddy? Is it really freaking cold out there? Yeah. Come on. Oh my god, yeah, it's cold out there. I know, that's what 37 degrees feels like. Exactly. You just wait. At some point, we're going to be moving out of Florida, I think. Yeah. If we go to like Colorado or Minnesota or someplace like that, that's nothing. Oh my. I apologize to anyone with earbuds. Gently. There you go. Go. Cookie time for kitties. Mr. Jinx. You're always on tap for this, I know. Janus, you want a cookie? You're responding to your name. Oh, come on, bud. Scrap, you just got your cookie and you know it. You cannot get back in line. You want one? Okay. Jinx. Janus. Come on. Acorn. Move. Janus, come on. Janus. Move. Janus, come on. You are not Janus. Kids. Janus. Jinx. You just got yours, Jinx. Come here. I'm going to have to go to him. We're working on this. Jinx, you just got one. There you go. Trying to lead him to it. He wasn't getting what I was trying to get at there. He was like, "Oh, you're trying to pet me." No, I'm not trying to pet you. I'm trying to show you where I put the treat. It's a work in progress. So, oh yeah, I did some research. And I was wrong. So from a Monster High vehicle standpoint, according to the wisdom of the great Oracle Google, and wow, in my opinion, is this overdoing it a little bit? Draculaura technically has 4 vehicles as far as like released toy line. She has the Roadster, her sweet 1600 present. It's a hot pink and black convertible, and I think, yeah, I've got that for my girl. She doesn't know it yet. Looks like if a old school Corvette and a Rolls Royce had a love child. Now they've got her and Claudine kind of down as the Ghoulmobile owner. The Ghoulmobile is like pink with spiderwebs on it, which other places I'm looking at actually give that vehicle to Claudine. So I'm going to go with the idea that that's actually Claudine's vehicle, so they did kind of, even though the color motif is more Draculaura, I'm going to go with the idea that that's actually Claudine's. But then Draculaura also has a scooter and the food truck, apparently. A fantastic rockin' food truck, which I've seen it. She doesn't have that yet. That apparently is credited to Draculaura. But, you know, her dad's account, so she has cars. Ghoulia Yelps has her scooter, which, again, my girl has. She doesn't realize she has it yet. Laguna Blue has a scooter as well. And apparently Mercedes King has... Oh, she doesn't actually have a car that was made. But she apparently, in the series, she's described as spoiled, and she receives new cars from her father every time she passes school midterms. But based on the idea that that one vehicle is credited to Claudine, there's another vehicle that they put out too that I think it's like a little like hatchbacky thing that I know exists that I've gotten for my girl too. Again, she doesn't even know it. I've got a pink toad out there that's like a parking lot. But based on that, I'm going to jettison the idea of doing that Jeep for Claudine, and I'm going to do it for Twyla. I am going to make Twyla Bogeyman a Jeep, taking a Barbie. I haven't gotten it yet. I did find a place online that had the color palette for Twyla's stuff, which is cool. So I'm going to attempt to do some color matching. I'm probably going to do the Jeep. I found a paint, and I'm going to order it from Walmart. And it is, what did you call it? I've already got it in the cart. I'm kind of ready to go on it. Blue Cosmos. So it's kind of similar to that blue there. It's kind of a good true blue, a rich blue. But Blue Cosmos, it's a color shift, which is one of the, God, I can't remember the actual name, but they started doing this, and I'm sure you've seen them on the road, a paint style that the color changes depending on the way you're looking at it and or the way the light's hitting it. So based on the little demo that I saw online, that could be kind of cool, because Twyla Bogeyman, the Boogeyman, there's like a dream nightmare theme with the character. So I'm thinking if I make her vehicle with the color scheme reflective of the idea of dreams, nightmares, kind of the nighttime mystery of sleep and dreams and such. I know that sounds maybe a little weird. It's very esoteric, I know. But going with the like blues and the pink, like a fluffy cloud kind of thing with maybe the interior, I think I can make it work. You'll have a better idea of what I have in mind when I get it in. And I did order, because I'm like, this could be a fun project. I did order a pair of, somebody else had a pair of vehicles. I got it for like $25 total, which, cool. And one of them is sort of a dune buggy with like cloth canopies. I'm probably going to, because it has the cloth canopies, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to get my girl to assist me in the creation of her own thing without her necessarily knowing what it's for. I'm going to pull the cloth off of it because they just kind of slide off of the rails from the pictures. And I'm going to find a fabric color that I like that'll work for the thematic of it, because I'm going to do that for, oh, and it's not Roberta Steam, it's Rebecca Steam. My apologies as far as the steampunk character. I got that wrong. I don't know him like my girl does. But, my canvas got my quiver. It's sort of a dune buggy with like cloth canopies, like a soft top kind of thing. So I'm going to try and find a fabric that works. I'm going to hand her what the originals that came with it, and she may, because it's a Barbie vehicle, she may go, I know what this is from. I'm hoping she doesn't like Google Lens it or something like that to like cheat, because that would make me sad. But the dune buggy I think would be a pretty cool thing to steampunk out. So I need to find a fabric that'll work for the color scheme and say, use this fabric and copy these. Use these as templates and make me, you know, this piece and these two pieces, the side panel pieces, but in this fabric. If that makes sense. Because I don't sew. My girl does, and she's a wizard when it comes to that kind of thing. So I'm going to see if she can help make the cloth parts for the vehicle that I'm going to try and mod. And okay, so there was there was a pink dune buggy, which I'm going to turn into Rebecca Steam's little ride. And there was a white Jeep, and it had this, they went like bedazzler on it with stickers and stuff. It's ridiculous. I'm going to have to strip it down, but I already planned, you know, I'm going to have to anyway. But it has like a winch on the front. And it just has that really like rugged outdoor kind of thing going on. I think I'm going to turn that into, because I know one of her other favorite sideline characters is Abby Abominable, who, yes, she's like the Yeti's daughter kind of thing. She's cool. A lot of blue and white in her color palette. So I think I'm going to turn the very rugged white Jeep into an Abby Abominable Jeep. I think that'll be a fun project. But first, the one Jeep that's coming in, I'm going to do the Twyla one first. Because I got to find the right fabric. You know, we go to Walmarts and such like that. I'll take a look at some of the different fabrics that are out there. I may brave. I've gotten fabric off of eBay and Amazon before, so I may look around there once I get it and really dissect the color scheme, figure out what I want to do there. It should be pretty cool. I'm hoping. Got ideas. I'm a dork, I know that. But that's part of the whole play hard thing, is that's one of the ways that I play. Is crafting, creating. I love doing that. I can't do theater right now because there's no way that I could make a rehearsal schedule work with, you know, all of this. Man, I miss doing stage work. So hopefully when I'm on the other side of this, I can actually look at that again. Because I miss it. That's part of why I do this is a little bit of that extrovert release for me. Helps me get my thoughts out, and I've got, if I updated, I'm trying to stay away from social media for the most part. I don't get on Facebook nearly as often as I used to. I wasn't like addicted to it or anything like that, but I was on it typically every day, and I would spend, you know, half an hour tooling around, and it's not good for me. And also, with everything going on in my life, you may not care about all the details, but I've got friends, you know, even me, who, when I was on Facebook all the time, were frequently asking me, what's going on with your dad? You know, how's your mom doing? Is your mom still in the hospital? You know, all those questions. And I was getting hit day after day, and this is not anything at my friends at all. But I found that I was typing the same answers to 3 different people over a period of 2 days. And then the next 2 days come around and I'm typing out 5 new answers to other various people that have come up, and some of them are asking me questions that were asking me 2 days ago. And it's just like, okay, I don't want to write a book in my Facebook page every day of the week. And I'm answering questions, which I'm happy to do, but it was becoming, like, I've got to figure out a way that I can, like, do news blasts for my friends that want to keep up. That doesn't stress me out and be strangely inconvenient. I don't know how to put it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start doing a daily vlog. Number one, keep people informed about my health situation, because as I've indicated, when I got diagnosed with emphysema, I started looking up people on YouTube that had the same thing going on, because I was trying to figure out, what are my chances? What does this look like? How long have I got? Those kind of questions. Terminal lung disease. I kind of want to know things. And I was finding very few people, and I was finding some that seemed to be doing fine, and they're doing daily vlogs and whatnot, or even weekly vlogs, and they would be recording, and then suddenly stop, and it was kind of oh shit, did you die? What happened? You seem to be, I thought you were only moderate. Where are you? And a year would go by, there wouldn't be anything for like the next year. Some of these people stopped uploading videos in 2020. So there's the aspect of what just happened. Speaking of what just happened. What is that? You hear that? You're on the way out? Nice. It's weird. I have to pull this thing forward. Look at that. The alarm is being weird. I don't know why. So, yeah, I figured I'm going to go ahead and start doing my own channel, so that if somebody runs into the same situation that I've got going on, you can kind of see the journey, So that's one of the reasons that I try and upload every day, is I don't want to be that guy that, suddenly goes radio silent for a month and everybody thinks, oh, he died, That may sound stupid, but it's sort of a science experiment. In the spirit of Doc Brown, Yeah. So, here I am, non-AI, doing this every day. Partially for me, partially for you. Full disclosure. So, got some fresh totes and stuff to gotta go through. Apparently one of them is glassware. There's a shocker. One of them is books. There's another shocker. But that's my next project. I got dishes going. I got laundry going. I'm going to, and I don't judge, but I haven't actually watched K-pop Demon Hunters yet. And my wife is like really into it, so I do want to check it out. I'm not a big K-pop fan, but I don't hate it. It's good stuff. Skilled performers. So, I mean, I had my own K-pop Demon Hunter situation in the 80s with The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. The idea of like a, rock and roll crime fighter, superhero kind of guy. I had one of those. His name was Peter Weller, Buckaroo Banzai. One of my favorite movies from the 80s. If you haven't seen it before, check it out. Peter Weller, same guy from RoboCop. Jeff Goldblum, John Lithgow, Christopher Lloyd, Clancy Brown. Incredible cast. And you're going to watch it and go, oh, I've seen him. Oh, I've seen him. Even if you're like Gen Z, you're going to be like, oh, I know him. I've seen him. I've seen him. Just a fun... I think Siskel and Ebert called it a stupid movie for smart people. I think is what they labeled it during the review. Way back when. And it's just a lot of fun. Sci-fi, action, comedy. Check it out. But I'm going to go figure out that alarm thing before I, rip it out of the wall, which that still might be how this ends. Yeah. And I'm going to keep trying to get back to 100. I've already got half a brick done today, and I've only been up for 3 hours, so I'm feeling good about myself. I'm going to get those totes dealt with behind me. I got some paperworky stuff. I'm going to do some eBay. But, I'm starting to get myself together again, which is good. I missed me. I wondered how I was, No more of that. Alright. If you're able to, hug your parents, hug your kids, and make it a great day.